Brister throws middle. It's picked off.
Hayward against Davis. It's stolen by Green. Here's Kuzma. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the Glass House.
What up, y'all? What's going on? How's everybody doing? It's another Tuesday night. Go ahead, Mr. Glass.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Vic, aka Mr. Glass, and we are on the Glass House podcast where we give it to y'all nice and nerdy. So we're gonna get into it, man. Dizzy, talk to us. What's good?
Pretty much everything's good. You know, we had a nice break last week, and I feel like we're coming back and we're ready to go. Were you looking for something specific?
I don't think it was anything specific.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to reintroduce everybody to the, this is what I do every week. What are you doing? The beat was good with you, bro. Talk to me.
Hey, man, it's a good week. Lack of sleep. Did some OT working yesterday, so hey, I'm happy.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my allergies. As soon as you said work, D-Ray, talk to me, bro. What's good?
Hey, man, living the dream, man. Living the dream. What's going on with everybody? Glad to be here.
All right, so we're gonna do what we do best, guys. I really don't think there's a plan, plot, or strategy for this week's show, so we're just gonna wing it, right?
This is where everyone's shocked that we normally have a plan, plot, or strategy.
Well, you know.
It feels like we're at Hogwarts. Every time we have a plan, nothing ever really goes to plan, but it all works out in the end.
Better, YouTube tells us bad.
Yeah. We've got poor Vic in class trying to, work on his homework and stuff, and I'm wandering in the woods somewhere, and Beep is lost in the bathrooms upstairs somewhere.
You're not in the woods. You're in a round room, and somehow you managed to get away from us.
I was left unsupervised. I got away. I went through a closet, and it just came out in another universe.
Oh, man. All right, so, House of Dragon.
Yes.
There's a bit of controversy with House of Dragon because we found out that a lot of the actors and actresses that we come to know and love are going to be recast because the series is going to time skip in the very near future.
Really?
So, yeah, that's come out. It's been all over the interwebs. So, Rhaenyra, I'm pretty sure, is not going to be Rhaenyra as we know her in a few episodes. There's talk that she may come back in flashbacks, but the actress who currently plays her will not play her after the time skip. How do we feel about this?
I'm okay with it, and I understand the logic. I really do, because I feel like the writers and everybody at HBO, they are still trying to win back Game of Thrones fans, and at the same time, what they're doing is they're trying to forget all of the mistakes, all of the bad things to make you think about the original series. And so I see the logic in what they're trying to do. I might not like it, but it remains to be seen, because we're only 3-4 episodes in.
I think this was the third episode we just had.
It's third.
My feeling about it, I don't like it. And I don't like it for a different reason than what most people are going to not like it for. So in the original Game of Thrones, most of the series, we spent trying to get involved with the characters. And part of that involvement was seeing Kit Harington go from kind of a young 20-something guy to a guy who was like in his 30s by the time the season ended. With Sansa, she turned from low teenager to 20-something year old by the time the series ended. Right? Our girl Maisie, little tiny kid to adult by the time the series ended.
She's not very big.
Right. So, so what I'm saying though is that we got invested in those actors and actresses because I'm going to be honest with you. I have no business knowing the name of Sophie Turner. I have no business knowing the name of Maisie Williams. But I do because I got invested in their characters. And I think that's something that House of Dragon may miss if they keep trying to recast these characters for that reason.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to dispute that, but I will challenge you on something. We learned real quick the first season of Game of Thrones to not get attached to anybody. So, like wherein I was emotionally invested in Ned Stark, I learned real quick that I can't be emotionally invested in anybody.
That was a good idea.
Characters, Ned is who you landed on.
I'm just
Ned
saying.
Was
so
awesome. I love Ned.
Yeah, I like Ned. And
and Ned is dead.
Yeah,
Ned is dead.
Look, he get killed or locked up in every show he's on. I mean, he didn't work out too well in Lord of the Rings either. But
good point.
I'm like the Kenny of Hollywood. Like
I'm like literally he's Kenny of Hollywood. Bro.
That is hilarious. I did not even think of that.
Who killed Kenny? Everybody did.
Who killed him? But anyway, so yeah, I think that maybe I don't know, maybe they'll let us get invested in these characters this time. I don't know.
Well,
but I do know that I don't know.
I see your point, D-Ray. I really do. But here's the thing. Although there were characters we couldn't get invested in, we kept trying. We kept trying with Game of Thrones. We kept saying, well,
you and I had a very different approach.
Tyrion Lannister stayed in the whole time. I was invested in his character. You know,
I was surprised they didn't kill him.
Character.
I can give you a very good reason why he didn't go. Because he was supposed to be the character that outwitted death. You could tell that from the early on, in the series that his father didn't like him. And in that kind of... Wait. When did the Veep become D-Ray? What the hell? Wait a minute, Todd.
I'm in a Veep.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I have earned my top spot.
Don't ask questions.
Wait.
Man, I can't have shit.
All right. So,
bro, you can't even have your name, bro.
Like Game of Thrones, I got very invested in some characters, but it was kicking and screaming because I knew going in everyone was gonna die, right? Like, so I'm like, I'm not going to get attached. The ones that I did get attached to, it was kicking and screaming. And luckily, like, my top picks, they lived. Bronn lived. Tyrion lived. Arya lived. Like, those are my top 3. As far as the new one in the casting, or the time jumps and stuff, I choose to reserve my judgment. Because, I mean, I love nerds. I love geeks. We're very passionate about our interests in the shows and the television, like in the movies and the games and everything, but we are so quick to like our claws, right? Like we are so quick to immediately jump down the throats of anyone who suggests a change or something different. So, and I find like if you're so focused on what you're about to hate, like you're not giving yourself as much time to enjoy it. Right? Like you're gonna like more if you go into it with a bit of an open mind. Now I do, there are things I hate. Like I think we all know that there are things that I hate. But I give things I give them a fair shake first.
Wait. You're telling me that you gave Apex Legends a fair shake.
I did. I played it.
How long?
Couple weeks.
That's way longer than I thought you were going to say. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought she was fitting to tell us, yeah, I mean, I played it for about 20 minutes, and then I decided, it wasn't what I wanted. So.
No, I know I take longer to get into a video game because I don't have the talent.
Good job, Dizzy. Good job.
Fair shake, and I'm going to see where it lands. I mean, I used to think I hated time jumpy stuff, but then Witcher came out, and I learned to love the time jump.
Witcher
right?
was awesome.
So, I'm just going to see where it takes
I'm going
us.
to tell you guys something that you may have to start praying to the Witcher gods for.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't finish Witcher 3.
What, the game?
The game. I didn't
Okay,
finish.
I thought you were about to say like you didn't finish like season 2 or something. Like,
Oh yeah, I didn't.
I was about to tell D-Ray to call security and escort you
Yeah,
out.
wait a minute. Yeah.
No, because I'm ready. I'm ready to throw a grenade.
I don't think
this
I've ever
conversation.
finished Witcher 3,
Oh,
but that's because
okay.
I get so caught up in side quests, I end up 3 miles away from where the story wants me to be. Like, I did the same thing with Oblivion. I never finished the first Oblivion, like the Oblivion on
That
the
was
Xbox
my
360.
problem. That was my problem too. And you know what's funny? I'm actually replaying that game because I actually wanted to see what it was like to finish it. So that's what my current plan is. I don't know if I'm gonna get there, but I've been playing it for a couple weeks now. But anyway, yeah, man. Like, to wrap up the Game of Thrones thing,
Mhm.
I'll just say this. Like you guys are saying, I think we probably should reserve judgment, but I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I just think I'm not saying I don't like the show. I'm saying I don't like the time skip. I just think that it's a poor way to do a show like that, where you're supposed to get involved in the world. And like with episode 3, we went from him being, I'm gonna marry Allison Hightower, okay, to Allison Hightower having a kid and then being pregnant with another one. Huh?
Yeah, they did
What?
get to 3 years in 3 seconds.
What? Huh? Right? So,
Well, they're trying to get to something. I think
I
like
get
they're,
that,
they're just
but
setting it
you
up.
could-
They're setting a foundation, and I think once we get where they want us, it's going to be better.
and I understand that. My problem is that with Game of Thrones, you set a foundation not to do that. You set a foundation where you're going to see these characters' journey all the way through until they die. Someone may die early to know this, but you're going to see them all the way through. And now with this show, it feels like we're not going to see them all the way through. And I don't know if I like that.
Well, nobody.
Maybe we'll jump
if you
back.
think-
We'll be back and forth.
Go ahead, D-Ray.
Now, I was just gonna say, then it solidifies the rule to not get attached to anybody. Really?
You see, everyone
I
is
agree.
rebelling to that law.
I agree,
Like
but
we
I
told you last time.
But what I was gonna say is nobody prominent that we like has died. So
yeah.
Yet.
you know what I'm saying? Yet I understand. Yet.
Yet.
I do
I
think
thought it
though,
was
if you guys saw the credits after episode 3 and you saw some of the stuff from future episodes, I think they hinted at something that we're gonna have to deal with later on in the series. I have a prediction. Obviously, I don't know because this isn't even based on a book, if I'm correct, right? So nobody knows exactly where they're going. I believe that the little dude is going to die, and they're going to suspect that Rhaenyra killed him. And I also think that Daemon is going to get caught in that propaganda as well. We're not going to know who did what until much later on, probably. But that's going to be the charge, I think.
That's right. Like the books, like you know where we are in the books. Jon Snow just got stabbed at the Night's Watch. That's where we are in the books.
Yikes.
So you're saying there's a lot to go still?
I just want to know how they're gonna kill all the dragons.
I don't think they are.
No, because in original Game of Thrones,
Yeah, they're pretty much extinct. The
Yeah, they're
dragons
gone.
are. Yeah.
that's what made Dany so powerful, because
So
she
she
had
awakened
three.
them.
In the
Yeah.
books, how the dragons die is that all of these knights for these different armies, they earn their titles and their respect and their fame for killing dragons. And the dragons that they kill, just kind of because there's only so many of them, they just kind of keep getting smaller and smaller until eventually the last known dragons that the Targaryens had, like before they were run out of Westeros, was they were just like small dog-sized dragons.
Mm.
And then they're
And then Dany Targaryen was like, you know what? I'm gonna need a dragon for this, so let me get a dragon.
So here's my question to you guys, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen it. Did you guys watch the first episode of the Lord of the Rings series?
I want to so bad. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm
Oh, you're
I've
talking
heard
about
great things.
I'm
Rings
more
of Power?
excited about the Lord of the Rings series than I am about the Game of Thrones one.
Honestly, I'm so apprehensive. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, Rings
Yeah.
of Power.
I
I
did
am-
see it.
I am so apprehensive in watching it because I absolutely love the Lord of the Rings trilogy,
Hmm.
and I was a bit disappointed with the Hobbit trilogy. That it's just like, I don't want to take anything away from the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Well, I mean,
Well,
So yeah, I'm a little
I like
little
The Hobbit,
apprehensive.
but they took a book. Like The Hobbit is a small kids book, right? And they stretched it into multiple movies. So like they put a lot of filler in, so I could see how like a lot of people, they didn't like The Hobbit because it wasn't very true to The Hobbit. I liked it just fine, but that's why it was such a tiny little book. Game of Thrones has the opposite problem. They got great big huge books.
Hey, Lena, what's going on?
Lena
Not
said, put some
Dany.
respect on her name, D-Red.
It's Daenerys.
Not Danny.
A mama named her Danny. I'm gonna call her Danny.
All right,
Oh.
everyone here,
Mind your
no
business.
Googling. What is Danny's full name? I mean trailing name.
Oh, that's a really long one.
If
Yeah.
everybody knows this, if anybody knows this on this panel, I'm just leaving. How about that? If you
I
know
know.
it by heart, I'm just leaving.
I do not.
It's like
I know
Daenerys.
parts of it.
It's like Daenerys Stormborn, Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragons, blah 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 blah
Isn't it
blah.
like
blah.
the Unburnt? No.
The Unsullied, Queen of the Unsullied.
And there's
The
It's a lot.
unsoiled one.
so long.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Holder of Tom Brady's. Oh, wrong show.
Oh.
Sorry.
But no, like, but I get it. Like, I'm looking forward more to Rings of Power than I am to the Game of Thrones. But D-Ray, I totally understand where you're hesitant to watch it. It's the same as, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a new series coming out for Interview with the Vampire. Have you seen any of this?
Mm.
So I was a
Oh
huge,
no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, there's a new Interview with the Vampire movie, like not movie series, television series coming out. And I watched a trailer for it, and I'm gonna give it a fair shake. I'm gonna step in there, I'm gonna watch it. But just watching that trailer, I know it's gonna hurt me because I was majorly into the Vampire Chronicles and the Anne Rice books. And I'm watching it, I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. No, it's just a trailer. But I'm gonna give it a fair shake. But I understand how you feel about Rings of Power.
International host.
I am going
Bones.
to I am going to have a rant on that topic next week. So make sure you guys tune in if you want to hear my thoughts on the review bombing of Lord of the Rings.
I think
No.
Freak is honestly just putting messages just to cover my face.
Oh, my bad. We're quick to take them off, Dizzy. Better.
No, I want to see what everyone says. It's okay. I know what I look like.
You know what we're gonna do?
I love
We're gonna
Lestat.
reorder the columns so that way Dizzy is in my spot and I'm in her spot, and that way it's my face that gets covered. How about this?
No, it's okay. I'm just teasing.
Oh, he just threw D-Ray over there like nobody cares about your face, dog.
That's
Whatever.
okay. We can't mess with the order. We're like
D-Ray threw himself
50,000
over there.
episodes in.
Oh, he threw himself over there.
Yeah.
I thought you did it.
No,
I
I
was
ain't that
just
grimy.
teasing. But No, Lena.
Get over there.
See, Lena, I knew I liked you. You are a woman of class and taste.
And Rice, yeah, what a tragedy that was. D-Ray, something's wrong with your sound.
Yeah, I muted myself, and good thing because I was cracking on Lena, and I better keep that to myself.
All right, so my thoughts on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, though, and not the trilogy so much, but the show.
Mhm.
I just feel like I don't need to see the show until it's done, and then I can binge watch it, because I don't think I have the faith in the Lord of the Rings show writers that I do for the Game of Thrones show writers. And
I
the
think
reason
binge
why I
culture
say that
has
is
spoiled us.
because I don't see the Lord of the Rings being capable of being a television show. I don't think that that's where it's strong at. I think it's a movie kind of thing. Much like, I don't really think you could have made, like, The Terminator a TV show.
See, I
They
believe
tried.
the opposite. Like, I think it's perfect for television. Like, I've always said to Sam all the time when he complains about, when they take these big books and they turn them into movies, and there's like all this, you had to take all this cool stuff out and cut it right out. But in a television series, you have a longer period of time to stretch that. You could include more from the books and stay truer to the books if you make it a television series versus a movie.
Yeah,
Right?
but see, then you run the risk of people getting tired of too much filler and not enough action. And that is where I think you would lie with
I
that
am
kind of
still
TV show.
upset that Tom Bombadil was left out of the movies. All right,
Well-
I wanted to see that singing lumberjack.
I'm just saying from a perspective of somebody who, when I watch a show, I need something important to happen every episode,
Mhm.
or I need it to be funny enough to where I didn't care that I wasted 30 to 60 minutes of my life.
Some sort of
on it.
content.
Right. I
And
need something.
that's why I got that right there. That reasoning right there is why I got tired of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's
Oh,
why I
snap.
stopped watching.
You know what? I'm gonna
Where am I?
counter argue that. I'm gonna counter argue that, D-Ray. And this is why. Everything that you thought was boring about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they actually came back to later in the series and made you go, oh damn, that's why they put that in there. So technically I see your point, but I also know that they revisited a lot of that stuff and made it relevant again towards the end. So it was necessary. By the way, I'm a huge Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan.
Freak, maybe you should come on here
Alright.
and defend it.
Me
That's
and him
right,
are the S.H.I.E.L.D.
international. Oh,
Agent
That,
Coulson.
I'm sorry, Mr. Glass. That same thing that you said applied to episode 2 of House of the Dragons, because
I disagree. The scene,
it had its place, but it was a filler.
right? But the scene where Rhaenyra, well, I don't want to come too spoilery, but like, guys, I'm about to spoil like 30 seconds of the show at the end of episode 2. The scene which Rhaenyra comes to get the dragon from Daemon,
Mhm.
that is a hugely important scene for the series, because I know that it's going to set up what we know is eventually going to be an alliance between the two, because he respects her
Mhm.
and she respects him.
Right.
And with the setup that we have right now, with the Iron Throne looking like it's kind of going to be up for grabs, that alliance may help one of them claim the throne.
Right.
So I think maybe a lot of that was filler, but it also sets up a lot of things later down the line.
I mean, episode 3 was fire.
Literally at the very beginning.
Yes, sir. Literally. Did
Now, look,
everyone here
guys.
see episode 3?
Like,
Okay.
Game of Thrones, love it or hate it, right? And I'm gonna circle back around to the Lord of the Rings thing when I do this. Game of Thrones is not a movie. You could never make Game of Thrones a movie. You can
Too
never
much.
make any of the plots and things, because the character development is essential for Game of Thrones. And with Lord of the Rings, I don't need to know what happens with that wizard dude before he became a wizard dude. I don't. There's no reason for me to know this. I don't need to know what happened to Aragon before the events of the Lord of the Rings. I just don't. I don't need to know what happened to Legolas before he became the master bowman that he is. I just don't. But in Game of Thrones, you need to know all these things because it doesn't make sense based on the world that they have if they suddenly just appeared. That's all.
So I had a quick question. Yeah, I had a question then. Would Harry Potter make a good TV series?
Absolutely.
All right, listen. All right.
Uh-oh.
So
She, bro, wait a minute. She pointed her finger
into
up.
the camera.
you guys
Hold
the finger.
bruh.
I wish I'd known you would have brought that up. I would have sent you a YouTube clip. So many moons ago, on an April Fool's Day, and I should have known better. I should have known better than turn the internet on April Fool's Day, but I didn't. And I think it was one of the television networks. They put out a trailer for a new Harry Potter universe TV series that was going to come out, and it was called The Horrors, and it was all going to be about basically kind of like CSI and cops or whatever, but it was going to be about the horror division chasing down dark wizards, and the trailer looked amazing, okay? And then the next day, they're like, that was an April Fool's joke, and now I do not turn on the internet on April Fool's Day.
That is tough.
That's cold-blooded.
I'm gonna send you boys a link. All right.
That is cold-blooded.
So, yeah, I mean, look, that's exactly what I mean, freak. It would drag on so freaking long, and for no reason, because that universe stands on its own. It doesn't need character exposition. Just like a lot of, like, I think Harry Potter could have used with more character exposition, actually, for the movies. So I think, to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say.
But no,
if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say.
Oh boy!
Everything after the third Harry Potter movie, hold on. Everything after the third Harry Potter movie, in my opinion, is not good. I said it.
All right, I have a question.
Mr. Glasses.
Did you read the book?
Choosing violence.
I did not read the books. I'm saying just the movies. The books may be fire. I don't know. But I'm saying
I was curious that maybe, like, I wonder sometimes if I got more out of the movies because I read all the books, so I understand more what was going on, and I may not have been as confused. Because Sam hates all the later movies too, and he hasn't read the book. So that was my. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I wasn't about to start praying to the J.K. Rowling gods because
you better not do that. She's not somebody. She needs prayers, but it's not the same. It's not the same. But what I'm saying is that what you're doing as somebody who read the books is you're using the knowledge in the books to fill in the holes.
That's what I mean. I was like, it was honest curiosity. I was like, I'm wondering if I got more out of the movies because I read the books.
That is, I believe that is 100% true. And
I can actually co-sign that because I read the books too. So yeah, I can co-sign that.
So here's what I'm saying. If you're a person like myself who didn't read the books, some of the motivations of the characters, some of how the characters turned out, some of why the characters had this perspective on life and of what everything that was going on, you just didn't necessarily click, right? So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's like the whole series is terrible, Lena. I'm not saying that.
You got AP calling.
I'm just saying that it could have been better if it was a TV show. I believe that Harry Potter, if it was not a movie, would have been a better television show than a movie.
Well, Vic, I want you at some point to watch the trailer. I posted the link in private chat for the trailer for the Horrors movie or the Horrors television show. Wait a minute.
Our associate producer has chosen violence. Don't do that to Glass.
Oh, Mr. Glass started the violence. She's just following through with
the okay, wait. I think she understands. I was not going that route. I was just saying, from a perspective of somebody who never read the book, things missing in the movies. I'm
Do you
just
remember
saying.
when I said that geeks and nerds are the fastest people to just like
Oh yeah,
their claws?
her fingers started moving before I finished my sentence, and I know
She's
this.
like, what?
What? She was like, "What you say? Don't you talk about Harry Potter?"
Oh, facts. Hey, before we go any further, Mr. Glass, we're at the halfway point. Can we go ahead and drop the
Blast
No
artist of the
way.
week, rugged.
All right. Let me tell y'all. Who? What? Where? Okay. Anyway, this is
Business
our
talk,
boy.
guys, my bad.
No, you're good. This is our boy, J-Saw, and this song is called Distractions.
Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. What we have here, baby girl, you got me stuck like them high beams and dares. You got me coming out the pocket, buying you in them drinks so we could go cheers. How we sit up like that, like you sit edge on stairs. Oh, man, that ain't fair. No, I got a weakness for the cheapness, and you already know the thesis. I'ma dive up in it like vest cargo, I go the deepest. Organs jumping out the way, no, I shattered them to pieces. R.I.P. to the ceases and the losers and defeats. I need that ocean tide flow, I'm trying walls with a squeegee. That's my queen, Nefertiti. Oh my lord, look at them titties. Now let me just digress. I had to just confess that you're blessed with all that sits up in that dress. Did I run into you for a reason? You a big ball of temptation, a lot of teasing. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. I was on a mission before I came up in here, trying to find a clue, but got distracted by that area. No matter where you move and sit back and stare, then your body is still and then your booty everywhere. Damn it, I'm wrestling with that as she wanted me to slam it. I think it gets a Randy every time I get savage. A lot of time it ends up tragic. Set the balls past the attic, looking for me with a magnifying glass. Inspect the gadget, now your hook becomes a habit. If you turn down is a stat, expected me to jump right to it. Bugs Bunny rabbit to them overgrown cabbage, and it's soft and it's tatted. And the way you make it move is like this voodoo or some magic. I gotta keep my head right. Distractions every day and every night. I see through the disguise when I look up in your eyes. You a devil in disguise and your ass is the prize. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out.
Yes, indeed. And that is our boy, J-Saw with Distractions.
Oh my god, I love that. Like the minute you hit play, like normally it takes me like a little bit to start vibing to whatever song you put on. They're all good songs, but I have to get into them, right? That one was like immediately I was bouncing in my chair.
I'm just letting you know right now, bro. J-Saw don't miss. I'm just letting y'all know right now, bro. If y'all want a blast artist to follow, my boy J-Saw, man, is a beautiful pick. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Like,
Yes,
I don't know
indeed.
whoever's in charge of moving things around on the stream and getting everything. I don't know if you could see my camera when you fade the screens out like that. But if you looked at mine, I was just doing this the whole time.
Right?
I'm telling you, J-Saw
Just the
knows how
dizzy
to move
bounce
the
the whole
crowd,
time.
man. MC, me move. the
Shout out to
crowd.
my boy, man.
Shout out J-Saw. So listen, if you are an artist or even an up-and-coming comedian that would like to gain some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register as an artist for the free. That's right, you can register as an artist for free on blastmusic247.com. And what's the rest, Mr. Glass?
Changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Bam! So yeah, shout out to J-Saw. We appreciate you, brother.
Peace, J-Saw.
All right, so we ended up talking about, we did our House of Dragons review, kind of, sort of, without spoilery things. We did. He said, "Nasty Scooby Doo." Really?
Scooby Doo is tainted up in his blood.
Nah, bro. Nah,
I would have hit that if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
bro. Low key, that would have been funny as hell if that was in the show somewhere. Like one of the later episodes, maybe. Like I would have did that too. What, y'all meddling kids?
Meddling kids. That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yes, indeed. So as you were saying, Mr. Glass.
All right, so I was saying we did our pseudo review of House of Dragons. I believe we got something kind of like a little segment that we're gonna do this week for your guilty pleasure game.
We do.
So what is that for you guys?
I
want to give us some time so we can definitely get some clips and really.
Oh, you want to get clips for that first?
Oh
You
yeah.
want clips?
I'm looking in the group chat. That's what y'all said. So I was like,
What's presented?
No, we could get clips next week, but we got more than one guilty game.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. We're gamers.
So-
We all play something that we don't tell the other gamers we play.
so
Now,
Dizzy,
now you've made it weird, Dizzy. Now it feels like I'm snitching on myself.
I mean, you kind of are. So my guilty pleasure game,
Mhm.
based on what everybody on the interwebs knows about me, would probably have to be Madden. I don't really think most people know I play Madden. I also don't think, like, because I'm a 2K streamer and, like, basketball is a lot different than football, I bet they don't even think I know what football is, really. So, yeah, that's got to be my guilty pleasure game.
That's funny if they don't
Given
know
who your team is, we all know you don't know football, but next time.
Wait. When the last time my team won a Super Bowl? When the last time y'all's teams won a Super Bowl?
I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah.
either, Dizzy.
Checkmate.
Next subject,
that. And on that note,
what you're not going to do is checkmate me on this show.
But I did, though.
Dizzy, didn't you go to some sort of con?
I
What is it,
did.
con?
I went to Fan Expo in Toronto. I used to go every year, but I haven't been since COVID started. So I was super excited. It's the first con I've been to, and I love cons. I love them so much. Like, I love the whole gathering of geeks. Like, the place is like packed elbow to elbow a lot of the time, and people don't let it get to them. Like, we're hot, we're sweaty, we're stinky, walking around this like little like this convention center and there's way too many people, but everyone is so happy to be there, sharing interests and seeing new stuff about the things they love and talking to different people about the things they love. That everyone's really cool with it.
That's dope.
So I went to Fan Expo. I only got to go for the one day this year, but I got to. I walked by and I looked at all the autograph tables where people were lining up, and I spent so much money. I bought this mug.
Okay, Dead by Daylight mug. Okay.
One of my favorite
Okay.
games, and there was a mug, and I got some prints, and I've got, you can't see them over here, but I got more figurines for all of my shelf of figurines, and I hit up Artist Alley to look up all the beautiful things that people have been making and ask some questions about it. It was just so much fun.
Listening to you talk about cons makes me understand that there is, if nothing else, one solitary advantage to being disabled. And that is, if I were to ever go to a con, they're not bumping into me. I've got a wheelchair. I'll run your feet over. You better give me my space.
Oh, it's true. You gotta dive out of the way of those wheelchairs, man. I have got my toes run over more than once.
Wait, nobody else heard that? Wait. And nobody else heard the volume just go like 300%?
Yes.
I didn't. I don't know.
Yes, I did.
My mic does that sometimes.
My eardrums is never going to be the same.
My mic does that sometimes.
Your mic just went, yo!
But yeah,
Phantom
so
power
like,
activate.
it's and like the cosplay at these things are amazing. Like if any of y'all like in chat or in this podcast, if you want to check it out, just look up Fan Expo Toronto. And you're gonna see all sorts of cool things that have gone over the years, and like all the crazy cosplay that you can imagine. And I highly recommend, if you haven't been to a con, I know not everyone can get to this one, but get to a con somewhere. Let yourself have a weekend away. Go meet some strangers, look at some stuff that you would never think you would have thought about buying before, and go some panels.
Yeah, they had Dragon Con in Atlanta this past weekend, and they have a record. I think they had 65,000 people.
That is on our
That is
bucket list of
amazing.
cons, is to hit up Dragon Con, because Dragon Con, well, some of Sam's favorite science fiction authors, and I know at least one of my favorite authors, goes there. And it would just be like really cool to maybe like check out some panels and again meet new people.
Well, you know, it was dope that Glass House was at Dragon Con, even though we weren't there.
We were there
person.
in spirit and video.
Yep.
Yeah, spirit and video. So shout out to everybody at Dragon Con.
Yes, indeed.
And shout out to everybody that was up in Toronto. We got to go on tour. We got to start going to these places and start meeting people.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If
Twist
I ever
my
get an
arm.
opportunity to get more mobile, I would love to go to these cons and like bring our panel and do our thing live at some of these shows, because I think we could bring something to the table for people to be a little bit more invested into something that they may have thought of doing but never dipped their hat into. So I don't know, man. I think it'd be cool.
We get you a bulletproof wheelchair with a glass bubble on it. You know, we can freak that out.
I could just get like some plexiglass and surround myself with it, and we'd be straight.
It's like a bulletproof.
You know, like the Pope Mobile.
Exactly.
Mobile.
The Pope. You ever see the car that the Pope
I
drives
have.
around in?
I thought I was the only one who knew what the Pope Mobile was.
No, I
Yeah.
know what that is.
Oh, you got to Google it, Glass. We get you a miniature Pope Mobile and put Glass Pimp Mobile on it. We will rule the con.
We will, and we can just walk in single file behind you because we wouldn't have to shove anyone out of the way.
Right.
I got a fantastic topic now,
Oh,
and this one is going to be.
Here we
It's
go.
definitely going to take the rest of the time we have left.
Shoot.
One of these four have to go. Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, Star Trek movies, or DC movies.
DC movies.
DC movies.
Now, here's why that shouldn't be as easy of a thing. Hold on, wait. Here's why that shouldn't be as easy for you. One, Black Adam is coming out, which means that Black Adam would not happen.
And
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just going to point this out to y'all. What is it? The date 9/6/2022. Before Black Adam came out, this was their response. Now, let me hear what they say once that movie is out.
I'm sorry. Black Adam is not going to make up for the past 50 years of bad DC movies.
Right? Like
I'm
I
just
watched,
sorry.
I
Wait,
watched
okay, what?
Batman versus Superman, and that
Hey.
is like 8 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
What was wrong with that
Superman
movie?
3.
What
No,
was
wait a
wrong
minute.
with that movie?
Do you
Because I'm going to
know-
honestly tell you.
All right,
Glass
the
House.
only important
I watched
part,
the movie.
the only
and it wasn't
important
bad.
part of Batman versus Superman, the only important part was like the last 15 minutes of it.
Hey. Superman 3, you know what the selling point for Superman 3 was? Richard
What?
Pryor. That's how bad DC movies are.
You know what they should have done? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the plot of Injustice. You guys
First
know what
one or
that's
the
about?
second one?
No, just like the whole plot in general.
I
Like-
played the game.
Yeah, the
Okay,
game.
so you know
the
the
game.
plot then. So what would have been dope is if they made a movie based on that. I think that could have been an incredible movie for them.
But
And
see,
they still could.
no, but they can't because they don't have Marvel's numbers. They don't have the budget. Because
Well, see, here's-
that would break the bank. They ain't
Here's
got
the-
it.
Here's the thing though. So like people, they love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not just Marvel movies. It is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then you've got the DC Universe, right? But Marvel spent like 20 years setting their stuff up to get to where they are now.
Yep.
Partway through, DC said, "Oh, that's kind of cool," and tried to cram it all into like 4 years. So Marvel, who had patiently hidden Easter eggs and developed characters and like earned the love of everyone to get to where they are now, Marvel is like a phenomenon. DC, we're just like, oh my god, not another Batman movie.
Okay,
Right?
so you guys didn't dig the newest Batman movie at all?
I haven't even seen it.
I did.
Did
but
he sparkle?
I heard it was good. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw like the first hour.
Wait. Did you say did he sparkle?
Yeah.
Batman
No.
sparkled. That's
But
funny.
here's the problem. The reason that the new Batman, I mean, it was okay. It was a great movie.
I like
but
it.
they have a lack of character development in DC movies that they did not explain to people that this is like his second year of being Batman. All of his stuff is homemade. He didn't have help. All you see is just crazy, deranged Batman. That's what this movie was about, right? And DC, in my opinion, they didn't do a good enough job setting that backstory up. So, had more people known the backstory or been more familiar with it, maybe we would have did a lot better.
Oh, they rush it.
And then also, it did
DC
come out
just
during the
rushes
pandemic.
stuff.
Exactly.
Like they're so eager to get where they're going. They don't understand that we build our love of those universes through the journey, right? Like they skip all the foreplay, they get right to the violence. And I like violence, and I like bad movies. I am a Sharknado fan,
Oh boy.
but like I like the DC movies. They just kind of make me cringe, and like I'll watch them, and I'll be like, okay, well that bit was kind of funny. But like, okay, so the first, the Justice League movie, you know what the best part of that whole movie was when Aquaman sat on the freaking lasso of truth. That was like my favorite part of the movie, and I couldn't remember what else went on.
And see, and that's the thing. You if you go back and look at all of the Marvel movies, there's not a Marvel movie that needs to be remade because they made it right the first time. Justice League didn't really make sense until we got the actual version that they were supposed to release.
Yeah.
Then the movie made sense.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're an Incredible Hulk fan,
Mhm.
Avengers Endgame should have been different for Hulk. And I'm gonna explain why to you. There has never in the history of the Hulk's comic where the Hulk was afraid to fight anyone.
Yeah, he was scared to fight Thanos.
And that pissed me off, bruh.
They were
All
right.
right, so now I am a Marvel fan. I've come out as a Marvel fan. But D-Ray, I do have to argue with you. Marvel has its remakes, okay? How many Spider-Man, how many times do we see the Spider-Man
Facts.
origin story? And aren't we on our third Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait a
They
minute.
can't
Wait.
get it right.
Yeah.
There
We are
was,
on
what's his face? And then there's Edward
It was
Norton,
Ed-
and now there's
Ed Norton.
Mark Ruffalo.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, it's the fourth if you count Lou Ferrigno in the 80s series. So,
I'm talking Marvel Cinematic Universe.
yeah.
Yeah,
so,
so there was
so Lou Ferrigno wouldn't count?
no.
No,
there
he's
was
not the Cinematic Universe.
there was what was the dude's name? Something Banner or something?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
He was David Banner.
No,
No,
that's
no.
the actual Hulk's dude.
Yeah.
That's the dude.
The actor, Bannon?
Yeah, something
Bannon.
Bannon.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Clearly, he was very memorable. But so,
Yeah, he
like,
wasn't good.
no, we have made our mistakes, and we have had our remakes.
But see,
but
here's
we
my-
learn from them.
Y'all some cold
Here's my
nerds.
thought. Here's my thought. DC's universe, technically, could be saved. It needs a movie though. Like let's say Batman's next movie, for instance, where you start to involve a new Joker that actually kind of simulates what the Dark Knight Joker did. You get, some other villains that come in, like maybe add Metallo, so that way you get a cameo from Superman.
Mhm.
Maybe you add, somebody that warred with Aquaman, so that they do a cameo, nothing long, maybe 10 minutes in the movie. And then you start to set up the rest of the movies from there. And that is what we did with Marvel, is if you remember, after, like the after credit stuff, is when you started to see everybody talk.
They were hiding things here and there,
Yes.
and then it all started to come together later. You're like, oh, I remember that. And like it's just DC, they're trying to be something they're not. They're so focused on being Marvel. Like the old Batman movies, like I love Michael Keaton as Batman. Like I've seen that so many times.
Mhm.
I would
like,
argue that the Dark Knight Rises
Dark Knight Rises
is better than those, and those
Right?
were great.
Before they were trying to set up their own cinematic universe, they were still good.
Right.
But you know what's crazy is the Batgirl movie that got canceled before it even got released, right? They have Michael Keaton in the movie as Batman. Y'all didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Love
and so
Michael Keaton.
the movie tested so bad with audiences, they refused to release
That
it.
was the one with what's her face, Ruby Rose, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the one from the WB series.
Yeah. It
She
tested
would have.
so
She would have been okay. I think. She
yeah,
would've
it
been okay.
tested so but how bad is a movie that you
Wouldn't
spend
it wouldn't have been as bad as Alicia Silverstone as
I
Batgirl?
mean, really? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I just think one of the things that DC may have a problem with too is who are they testing these movies on? Was it that bad of a movie, or are the people that they have watching them so far out of touch that they can't tell them what's good and what's bad?
There are people who
Right.
have never seen a Marvel movie, but yeah,
Movie
like so
can't
there-
act. Wait. She did okay in the WB series. I'm not saying she was the greatest.
I liked her in John
did
Wick.
okay. Yeah, I mean, she's not.
I tell you this. I love Marvel. Lord knows I do. But if they mess around and mess up Black Panther in November, we're gonna
We're a
have
very
problems.
different show.
We're gonna have
you think
problems.
Big praise now.
I'm gonna tell you
We're
one
gonna
thing.
have problems.
I'm gonna be severely disappointed in Marvel if they didn't take extra care of this movie, given what happened to the star,
Mhm.
to make the next movie something that was extra special, because that's what it deserves to be.
I have faith in Marvel. I feel like Marvel at this point has earned my trust.
Agreed.
I have a big, Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt, and it says DTA on the front. Don't trust anybody. I got no faith in Marvel. I got no faith in DC.
Dang.
So I just think that I
I'm
take everything based on a
innocent,
movie by
naive
movie.
Canadian, but I trust Marvel.
Did you really? All right, let me ask you a question. You watched Age of Ultron?
I
You
did.
think that was a great movie?
I laughed through the whole thing.
But was it a great movie?
Were you laughing at the movie or with
Exactly.
the movie?
I really
Exactly.
liked it. I really liked it.
I liked it.
I did not like it.
I thought it was okay.
It was mid. It
Yeah.
was
Like
very
I said,
mid.
I am not hard to please. I like Sharknado.
But
Okay.
keep this in mind. And just to be
Right.
fair, and maybe we'll all agree on this. We were so happy to see the first Avengers movie. We were all in such awe that they actually did it. That
Right.
the Avengers movie was
Yeah,
there.
go to the
That it
theater. People are cheering.
Exactly. And it's like, we're all having this moment like we're kids, like, we cannot believe that Thor, Iron Man, and all these people, we cannot believe this is actually happening.
Well, look
Right?
what good.
Yeah.
Look
So
what
then the
geek
second-
culture did.
Right. So then the second movie comes out. We already have these high expectations.
Yeah.
It was never going to get that. It was never going to get to that. The only time it really got back up to that was the last Endgame movie, where Captain America is standing there against the army, and everybody shows up,
Yeah.
and everybody starts to cry because we all know that this was a 20-year payoff, that we will never reach this plateau again, and so.
It's
And
not
these
good.
people-
We
I am
lost
going
the
to tell
Cap
you.
and we lost Tony in the same movie.
I am going to tell you something. And this is a bold prediction coming from Mr. Glass, 9/6/2022. I think that the Secret Wars and what's the dude's name? Giant space dude, each planets. Help me.
Oh,
Galactus.
Galactus.
Thank you. The Galactus setup is going to be better than what we saw in Endgame. Better.
Here's my thing. I won't say that I don't trust Marvel. I will just say they have trust but verify status with me. I need to know how they're going to cast the X-Men, because in order for the Galactus payoff to happen, you're going to have the X-Men.
Wolverine.
You're going to have Fantastic Four too.
I'm going to tell you this. This is a very key thing that you just said. The casting for the next 3 characters that I'm about to name have to be dead spot on. Wolverine.
Facts.
Gambit.
Facts.
And the reason for Gambit is he has to be key. And I'm going to say probably Johnny Storm. You got to get those 3 right in order to make this thing actually happen the right way.
Well,
I'm going to add. They got to get Storm right finally.
Storm is very important.
They haven't gotten Storm right at all. No disrespect to Halle Berry, but she ain't Storm.
I mean, look, I understand, but I'm going to say this. I can tell you that she did a better job as Storm than Michael B. Jordan did as,
Killmonger?
No, as Johnny
the Human
Flame.
Torch.
Oh, Johnny. I never watched that. I'm
listen
just
to me.
What? I thought he was
Listen,
really good.
Save yourself.
I know a lot of you guys are big Michael B. Jordan fans, but I'm going to tell you something. You messed that movie up. It wasn't good. The whole movie wasn't good.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
But he wasn't good in that movie.
Michael B. Jordan.
I respect what you did as Killmonger. You saved yourself. I respect what you did in Rocky 376. I don't know what Rocky that is.
He was in a Rooster Teeth series too.
Rocky 300.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth movie was cool. I forgot the name of it.
He was in one of their animated series. He was actually in an animated series. He was a voice actor, and he was there with Maisie Williams.
Right.
You know what's crazy?
He was also in it.
Oh, Genlock. He was in Genlock.
Genlock. That's the one. So good. Check it out.
Michael B. Jordan was also in The Wire as a kid. He was one of the little kid drug dealers in The Wire. So
Michael B. Jordan also briefly played in the movie Raising Isaiah, on Netflix.
Yeah.
Great movie.
So don't get me wrong, I give it to him.
Great show.
And but you're right. I got to add Storm to that list, and I probably got to add a couple of others, because I don't know if they're going to keep Magneto the same.
They can't.
I don't know if they're going to. Yeah. Professor X.
Professor X. Yeah.
They're talking about old boy. What's his name? Black dude from Breaking Bad.
Giancarlo.
Yeah, they're talking about him being Professor X.
I know. And this is what bothers me. We have enough Black or African American or Latino or whatever comic book heroes now to this
We're just
point
having fun now.
that we can safely say we don't need to cast somebody outside of their race in the comics. Just leave them how they are.
Yeah.
Have Gambit be. Gambit is the most racially neutral character of any of those that I named.
Gambit?
You could cast Gambit as a Southern black guy. You could cast Gambit as a Northern white guy. If he does it right, it's still going to be Gambit.
As long as he can do that Creole accent right.
That's what he's got to get.
Accent or bust, man. Like, when I was a little girl, so I had crushes on cartoons, I had a crush on Gambit. So
the one thing I'll tell you from being a kid and watching the cartoons is that the person that they get to play Gambit and the person that they get to play Wolverine have to have that buddy cops type of energy with them, because that chemistry has to be right in order to make that show, that movie happen correctly.
Did you see the Gambit short film?
No,
it was.
I I really liked it. It made me laugh. I posted it in private chat.
It was mid.
But you know what? As someone who hasn't gotten Gambit in any of the X-Men movies, it was something. Okay.
Right.
So,
Oh, you know who else we got to get right? Rogue. Clearly, I didn't even think of that. But if there's gonna be Gambit, there's gotta be Rogue. Nah, she's done.
But, no, like as long as Gambit can nail the accent, I don't care who plays him.
And yeah, you're gonna hear me say it. As much as I like Sansa, I didn't like her as Jean Grey.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, we need a better Jean Grey.
You know who's got? I just figured out Gambit.
Could have used it.
Y'all may not like this. Y'all may not like this, but I figured out Gambit. Well, there's two guys that can play Gambit. You could either do John Bernthal or you could do Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Shia LaBeouf has that. He's got the accent already. That's how he actually talks.
Heck no.
Okay. I feel like
John Bernthal is just kind of like too street worn. He's too old and gritty to play Gambit.
Nah, I think he can pull it off.
He's supposed to be like smooth, right? Like.
Nah, I mean, look. He's supposed to be smooth, which is why I say Shia LaBeouf, but apparently D-Ray thinks no. But okay, look, why? What is wrong with Shia LaBeouf that he can't play Gambit?
We could do a whole show on what's wrong with him.
I'm just saying, why not Gambit?
We should do a show, guys. We should do a show where we bring our contenders for these roles, and we have to justify them. We bring a picture.
I love that.
We'll take a vote or something. We will bring our contenders.
Chat, you guys are going to decide the winner next week. Whoever presents their case strong enough will be decided the winner of the Glass House face-off.
Hey, look, and everybody in out there in comment land, bring your lineup too. Who do you think should be cast as the new X-Men? Bring your tops. Come on with it.
I like that.
And anybody that says Shia La Crazy, whatever his name is, you're banned.
Okay, Dizzy. You know who Shia LaBeouf is, right?
Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
LaBeouf, whatever the freak his name is. Is he a bad Gambit to you?
Yes.
I'm asking Dizzy.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't seen him act in a very long time.
But he's already got the southern drawl, the whole thing. He's already got that. That's him already.
You know why
I'm gonna need to think on that.
Freaking Night spoke his 2 cents.
100% bad Gambit.
Exactly. You know why I really don't like Shia LaBeouf?
But so was Gambit.
No, you know why I don't really like him? Because Hollywood wanted me to like him, and I just don't. Remember, he was Indiana Jones's son in the Indiana Jones movie.
He was Constantine's sidekick in the Constantine movie.
Yeah, no, he was the sidekick in iRobot with Will Smith. It's like
I did like him in Holes.
He's a dumpster fire of an actor. Wow.
Listen, I remember even Stevens, okay?
Hot trash of the week.
Okay. Look.
Be nice.
Hold on. Freak and Lena, who is your Gambit then? Who do you have that? Convince me that I'm wrong.
No, you are wrong, but we're
gonna need a whole new episode. That's why I suggested it.
Next week, you guys better bring it.
Because it's 9:05 and you just
I'm fitting to be judging the heck out of y'all.
Hornets nest that y'all just did a baseball bat to.
Hey, didn't the dude that played John Carter, wasn't he Gambit in one of those movies?
Did you just say Jim Carrey?
Oh, God. Roll the credits. Get
me out of here, B.
Oh my God!
What?
No, wait. We forgot something. Chat, we forgot something. Wait. Let me help you out here, B. I got you, bro. You forgot to do the melon thing. Do the melon thing.
Yeah, do the melon thing.
Gotta do the melon thing. Everyone, we've been sponsored by Melon, who the podcast is based on, and I'm gonna tell you, we love these guys. Melon, shout out to you. Check this video out.
Like a heart.
Are you tired with your boring podcast with no kind of flavor? You need some melon in your life. Melon is a web-based recording streaming studio that enables creators like you to record content and go live with ease. Professional quality to invite your friends to your show. Now you can get with that, or you can get with this. Melon. No downloads required, tons of customizations. Record from desktop, laptop, and mobile. Join the revolution. Join Melon. melonapp.com.
Anyone else getting like Hypnotoad vibes? Like,
Oh yeah.
You're trying to gaslight us.
Hey, before we head out, the one thing I would miss out of DC if we lost all of DC would be Harley Quinn's animated series. I freaking
that is
love
right.
it.
I love that series.
Hilarious.
See, I don't understand how it was that easy for you guys to pick DC, because there are some really good things that DC has done that we
Titans.
missed.
That's
Here's the
it.
thing. You said DC.
Yeah,
you
Titans.
said DC movies. You didn't say DC. You said DC movies.
I don't know what Pornhub is.
Melon Veep with the Pornhub voice.
I mean, we have no idea what you're talking about, Lena.
What are you talking about, AP? Go on.
We don't
What
know
is that?
what? But yeah, no. So you said DC movies. So the series, like they've got some good series.
DC has some
Like,
I
really
mean,
good.
we wouldn't have had Arrow, bruh.
It is their movies that
I've never
suck,
seen
so.
Arrow.
Arrow.
If you had said all of DC, we would have had to think about it harder. But you said DC movies, and that was a very easy choice.
I have never watched.
You were
Arrow.
trying to kill Mr. Glass.
I've never watched it.
Bro,
Watch-
listen.
Arrow
Listen.
was.
Listen. You
Never
gotta watch that, bruh.
It's
It's
like-
on my list.
It's like
low
watching
key.
the whole Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's
a
low
lot of-
key because of like you get to see him go from a punk kid to literally the person who saved the multiverse.
Yeah,
It's so dope.
it is. It took a while to grow on me, but I like it.
Exactly. Yeah. Arrow is in my top 5 TV series. Facts, freak.
All right, I'm just playing with the text bubbles now. I'm just playing with them.
Okay,
yeah.
chat. Listen, man. All love to y'all. We appreciate
Thank you,
y'all,
guys.
whether you guys are listening to us on the Blast Radio or you're listening to us on YouTube or Twitch, Facebook, wherever you guys can get us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for tuning in each and every week. We thank you for letting us entertain you, and we hope that you had a good time with us tonight. Turn in your nerd card, D-Red. Facts!
Oh,
Bro, I can
snap.
sit here for another 20 minutes and roast D-Ray for not watching Arrow.
You know,
I was too busy trying to get some kind of life skills to watch
Listen,
that show. So
D-Ray,
no big deal.
as someone who has stepped on the Vic landmine more than once, you gotta watch what you say, because he never forgets.
I ain't scared of Glass. I ain't scared of Lena neither. Roll these doggone credits.
Yeah, you better get out of here before
Where's it gonna keep going?
before stuff starts to happen.
well, get us out of here, Vic, so we can do this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. GG, my G's.
GG,
GG,
my
my
G.
My G's.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the Glass House.